You can know that something is wise or foolish by knowing where it is leading you to. And that's what this chapter tells us. Where does wisdom lead you to? And where does foolishness lead you to? So we are going to read Proverbs chapter 9, one of the best chapter in Proverbs that tells you about where wisdom leads you to and where foolishness leads you to. So I'm going to start. So Proverbs chapter 9, right? Proverbs chapter 9 from verse 1. It says that wisdom has built a house. She has hewed out her 7 pillars. Hew means that cut out. So to cut something out means to hew out. 7 pillars. Verse 2 says, she has slaughtered her meat. She has mixed her wine. She has also furnished her table. This is what wisdom does. And verse 3 says, she has sent out her maidens. She cries out from the highest places of the city. Verse 4 says, whoever is simple, let him turn in here. As for him who lacks understanding, she says to him, come. If you lack understanding, wisdom is saying, come to me. Come, eat of my bread and drink of the wine which I have mixed. It says, forsake foolishness and live. Forsake foolishness and live. And go in the way of understanding. And go in the way of understanding. Verse 7 says, he who reproves a scoffer gets shame for himself. And he who rebukes a wicked man gets himself a blemish. Verse 8 says, do not reprove a scoffer lest he hate you. Rebuke a wise man and he will love you. Rebuke a wise man and he will love you. Tell the wise man that what he is saying or doing is wrong, and he will add it to his knowledge. He will add it to his knowledge and understand that what he said was the wrong thing. He will love you. Okay. He says in verse 9, give instruction to a wise man, and he will be still wiser. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be still wiser. It says, teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. Verse 10 says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. Verse 11, it says, for by me your days will be multiplied, and years of life will be added to you. Verse 12 says, if you are wise for yourself. And if you scoff, you alone will bear it. This is very important. If you are wise for yourself. You are not wise for anybody. No, you are wise for yourself. And if you are foolish for yourself. And it says, if you scoff, you alone will bear it. You alone will bear it. If you are wicked for yourself. Even though others may be affected because you may lead them in the wrong way, but you are wicked for yourself. You are foolish for yourself, and you are wise for yourself. That's the way of wisdom. Wisdom leads you to the right way. Now we are going to a subtopic that is also in the same chapter. It says the way of folly. The way of folly. The way of folly. Verse 13 says, a foolish woman is glamorous. A foolish woman is glamorous. It says she is simple and knows nothing. She is simple and knows nothing. A foolish woman knows nothing. She is simple and she knows nothing. Verse 14 says, for she sits at the door of a house. She sits at the door of a house on a seat by the highest places of the city. So she's also sitting at the place that wisdom sits, at the highest place of the city. But what does she does? What does this foolish woman does? It says, to call to those who pass by. So the same thing as wisdom, who go straight on their way. It says, verse 16 says, whoever is simple, let him turn in here. And as for him who lacks understanding, she says to him, as for he who lacks understanding, she doesn't say the same thing as wisdom will say. Look at what she says in verse 17. She will say that stolen water is sweet. She will say stolen water is sweet, and bread eaten in secret is always pleasant. This is what she will say. Stolen water is sweet. She will say that sin is good. She will say that sin is great, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. Verse 18 says, but he does not know that the dead are there. The simple person who has entered into the court of foolishness, he doesn't know that dead people are there. He doesn't know that the dead are there, that her guests are in the depth of hell. He doesn't know that her guests or the people there are in the depth of hell. That's foolishness. That's where foolishness leads you to. Foolishness will tell you that stolen water is sweet. Will tell you that, oh, what today, the sin you committed is, don't worry about it, it's good. It's good. Just like the devil came to Eve and said that, did God really tell you that if you eat this fruit, you will die? He said, no, it's not true. If you eat this fruit, your eyes will open. You will just be like God. That's foolishness speaking. Foolishness speaking. Foolishness will always lead you to distraction. Foolishness can lead you to a place where you will lose your life. Just remember that wisdom will not lead you to a place where you lose your life. It's only foolishness that will lead you to that way. It will lead you to the path of hell. It will lead you to death. It will lead you to death. It says he does not know that the dead are there. He doesn't know. He doesn't know that people that followed foolishness went to places where they regret it. He doesn't know that the dead are there, that her guests are in the depth of hell. That her guests are in the depth of hell. Just know this. It's either you are walking in the way of wisdom or you are walking in the way of folly. It's your choice. It's your choice. If you are wise for yourself. If you are foolish for yourself. You can read this chapter again until this chapter becomes flesh in your life. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow for Proverbs chapter 10. Thank you very much. Bye.